Good evening and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Cricket Captain 2024. And we are back with a New South Wales team rather than the Sydney Sixers after a somewhat disappointing end to the Big Bash, where we lost in the final because our batting, other than Babar Azam, did not really take off. You've got Hayden Kerr, Khan, Rogers to an extent, Bethel really not getting going and that's costing the team. The Bethel was good for about 40 runs on average over the course of the season, and you can see we lost by 35. So and Khan as well. Khan as well is in that with averaging this season. Even if we just look at this season, averaging 20, that's pretty freaking solid. And 40 for Bethel. So there we go. Like losing out on those runs just means it wasn't our day. It wasn't our day. King obviously getting a 5 for 25 is freaking phenomenal. That it wasn't our day. It was Milo King's day, and sometimes you gotta just accept that and move on. So we go into the Sheffield Shield. Now the table looks better than it did. We're only really a win behind now. We're a win behind because we've got 2 draws. 2 losses is equal to Tasmania. Only Queensland actually have like an outright better record in terms of losses here than us. Obviously, Victoria on 4 is not particularly great. But the fact that they've got a win, 4 losses and 1 draw, and they're still only like a couple of points behind us because of how bad our freaking batting has been, just goes to show. Like, we're actually the best bowling team. Look at that. Best bowling team. Worst batting team. So we need to sort it out, and that's hopefully what we're going to do today in the game we've got against Victoria. So we're going to have to load up the last first-class team, make a swap. Atkins has just been so bad for us this season. But tell me what to do here, guys, because I just don't really have anyone to replace him with. An average of 11 is just appalling, really. It is. We've got our bowlers more or less lined up. Probably not a bad shout to get. I mean, Dorsch has only had 1 game. Let's bring Dorcius in for a second attempt, see how that goes. Anyone else? Sanga's got good numbers, actually. Well, actually, better numbers than Green, but Green is more or less undroppable in my opinion because of the captaincy, because of the 20 average with the bat as well. Howes is doing really well with the bat. Atkins, Jarvis, Hackney, Madison. Constance averaging only 15 is not the best either. Look, I'm gonna back Atkins again, but if I get burned again, then I'm just not gonna be happy. The pitch is only it's got to be a bat first situation. It's got to be a try and bat a little bit better than we have been. So Madison and Ward, what can you do for me? Let's get started. Big old shot from Ward. There we go. 1 bounce 4. Early doors. Follows it up. Not only a couple of balls later. Gets another one. I like that. That's pretty solid. Cool. It had to happen. That's the thing. It had to happen. We can't get to 20 without losing a wicket. It's not on the cards. So it's happened. It was bound to happen. We've accepted it happened. Now we progress. Now we move on. Okay? So Ward goes to 1 yellow. Nicoteris is having a bowl. And it has been put to the fence. 7 off the over. Not bad. And with that wicket, it was going to happen. That's the thing. We were 0 for 1 in my head, We were 0 for 1. We were accepting of that. And now Ward, why, buddy? Why? How have you inside edged it like that? It's literally like you've charged it to. Okay. Okay, Atkins, you bet. Atkins, you better score like 300 if you're going to run out the guy at the other end, your second ball in the form that you've been in. You do not want to come back to the sheds because you are going to get like knocked out with a shovel. You know, every form of garden implement is going to be used in this because what are you doing running him out? He's been out there for longer than you and you've run him out. And yes, he's on 16, and yes, he's now on 17, and yes, he's hitting boundaries. But I genuinely am saying that I need 100 for you to justify what you just did, and to put the freaking shovel back on the dangly thing hook. Ugh. All right, they're going better. Just get to the end of the session. Oh, just help me out, please. Give me strength, guys. Give me strength. But what are you doing? Jarvis, stop it. Don't charge. Stop it. Calm it down. And Atkins. Yeah, okay. Howls, you can do no wrong. You get out. I'm not even going to blame you. Okay, you get out reversing. I am going to blame you. Okay, 100 up. 100 up in the first session. You know what? It actually could be worse. Because our batting is just freaking pants. It is absolutely bottom of the barrel, garbage dump, backyard parking lot dumpster fire bad. Howls. Okay, just make 200 and call it a day. Please. 71 to go. Good stuff, Jarvis. I appreciate you. Jarvis. Oh, my word. I'm like slumped in my chair. I'm willing to call it a day on these batters. I'm willing to let the B team have a go. You know? Genuinely. The top 5 falling in this manner again. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. Not out. Closer. Okay, T164 for 5. Just keep ticking along. Jarvis, if you get a 50, I will give you the... because that is brilliant. Parsons, almost running him out. Be careful with your lad. Jarvis is sat on 49 for about 3 overs there. Come on, let's get it. Let's get it. Goes to the reverse, puts it to the fence, and that's 50 up for Red. Jarvis, you absolute beauty. Great batting. Parsons at the other end does deserve a little bit of the credit as well because, a little bit of security at the other end doesn't hurt at all and is ticking along nicely. Is on 30-odd, whatever he's on now. Allowing Jarvis, a bit of solidity at the other end is just, partnerships are what get big scores. That's how it works. That is how it works. Victoria take the new ball. That's absolutely fine. I'm sorry, Chester. I do not believe we're going to be able to play the 4-session rule because we're just going to be sat on 240 because we're just not batting well enough. Parsons runs. Is that 50 up for Parsons? No way. Oh, Jarvis, you wally. Jarvis. He's batted well, but that's a cheap way to get out. Just playing the wrong line like that. But well played, guys. Well, good partnership, good recovery. I'm not mad at all, for getting out in the 60s. Very, very well played in a tough situation where I'm not even increasing the aggression because I'm just so wary of losing wickets. Parsons gets out for 64 as well, so we can't get past 64. That's the rule, I think. We won't be batting 4 sessions anyway because of that. Because of that from like, come on, Dorshus is better than that. Just, oh, been bold. My bad. What do you mean? I was definitely there to sweep. Okay, we won't make 250, but at least we've made 200, like I said. Like, I wanted to. Oh, we might make 250. 247, 248. We might make 250. Let's see what Saltzman does here. If you get out, all right. Yeah, okay, you got out. Fine. 248 all out. Good effort from Parsons. Good effort from Jarvis. Atkins, it's actually okay, like getting to 35. But just also running out Hackney was like, what are you doing? Maddinson early doors, losing out. Ward, it's okay. It's not great. Howes, I guess you are permitted a couple of failures because you've been a pretty solid. I mean, there we go. Look at those 125, 100 in that those games against Tasmania. Absolutely a rock, you know. So we accept that. Henshaw and Nicteris, Dowland to open things up, and Saltzman to go the other end. Okay, Saltzman to kind of lose out a little bit there. Okay, Dorshus to lose out a little bit there. Parsons. Okay, so you guys don't know how to not go for boundaries. Yeah? Let's turn it up. Let's see if that does it. Okay, good. Dowland's bowled 6 overs incredibly well. There we go. That's better. Okay, you've gone for boundary again, Dorshus, so rotate it out. And here we go. First chance, Saltzman 2, Nicteris on the pads, but I think missing the stumps. I'm not thinking that's going to be given out. Saltzman 2, Henshaw, another chance. Inside edge, runs away. Down to the fence. Oh, how is that not carried? It's not carried, I don't think. And last couple of overs. Can we get one before the break? Yes, we can. Parsons does make the breakthrough. Absolutely brilliant. And McDonald is in. We've got him 60 odd for one. 60 for one. We can go back to Dowland, and Parsons got the wicket. I guess carry on. Okay, that is the symbol to bring in Chris Green. Dowland's bowled very well. Let's go to Saltzman. Saltzman bowled okay. I mean, these averages, these economies aren't, you know, terrible. Dorshus is like only ever really bowling 1 over at a time because they keep going for frickin' boundaries. Guys, you've got to sort it out. You've got to sort it out. Okay, Saltzman. Oh, here we go. Another chance. Edged. Taken. Come on. Lovely. Okay, back to the next level there for this newcomer. Dowland comes in. Oh! Come on. There we go. Atkins takes a lovely catch. Really good catch. Maybe we are still in the fight. Still in the fight. Hanscom comes in. Swordsman to Hanscom. Oh. What? Why did you dive? Dorshus, again, cannot bowl more than 1 over without, like, going to the fence, it seems. Okay, there's T, so let's go to Dowland again. And back to Parsons. They just can't do it. They just genuinely cannot do it. They're like, nope, we have to go for a boundary, otherwise we're not bowling well. Sort it out, guys. There we go. A couple of overs without a boundary, and suddenly, you know, you're actually building something. That's not it. Dowland to Hanscom. You still got to bowl a decent line. That's not overly, like, the best line. Parsons, come on, buddy. Dorshus again. Dorshus cannot bowl an over without going to the fence. How about the new ball? There we go. Thank you. Good work. The new ball is getting it done, but that's 100 up for McDonald. I didn't even realise Victoria have actually got the lead, which is only a tad scary, I suppose. Back to a little bit of aggression here because these are new batsmen in. Jos3h Donald on the pad. See you later. 274 for 6. Very good. Perry comes in. Dowland going. Just keep up the pressure here. Keep trying to get him. Oh, another chance. In the air, deep square. Nope. Put in a dive. Didn't make it. Dowland too short. In the air, mid-wicket. Takes it. Well done, Dorcius. Nicely done. Good. Okay, Dowland, finish up that over for us. End of day 2. Okay. We've got him 291 for 7. It's you know, I'm being dramatic. It's not as bad as it seems. We've got him in an okay position. Let's just try and not let him build up like 100 lead or something silly like that. Atkins, bucket hands Atkins. It's really good stuff. Okay, we're doing so well at like kind of taking our catches and making sure we do the right stuff here in terms of our bowling. Like, our bowling's actually been relatively solid there. Throw it down, it won't be out, but that's okay. Saltzman, let's go to Dowland, try and finish this up, Dowland. And you know what? A bit of spin might just finish it up. It will do. On the pads, well done. Warren is gone. So we've actually rattled through that innings like relatively quickly. It says 100 overs, but they've only gone at 3 and over. You know, so it's actually... I'm actually relatively impressed with that bowling performance. It's very solid. And now what I'm hoping for is just, you know, I don't want to be 0 for 1. And obviously what I mean by that is that when you're X amount of runs behind in the second innings, going into the second innings, you are 0 for 1 until you're equal, you know, because any wicket that falls means you are 0 for 1. So we've got to try and build as many partnerships as we possibly can. Just bat well. Just go and use it as a chance to bat well, because the game, more or less, we were up against it after a session and a half when we're like 90 for 5 or whatever we were for 5. Maybe I'm being a bit dramatic there, like 120 for 5, let's say. And to be fair to these guys, they've gone out there and they've started very well. And we've almost made 50 without loss. We've made 50 without loss. So the lead is ticking down and the lead is balancing out. And we've made it to lunch without loss. That's very, very good. We're still 12 behind, but that's very good. Use this as a chance to just get some runs into your season stats. You know what I'm saying? Every time you go out to bat, you know, I personally, I do actually think about it. When I go to bowl, I'm like, okay, my season economy is like 6 or 4 or whatever it is. Like, you know, if it's T20, it's probably closer to 6. If it's Sunday games and Saturday games, you want to bring it down a bit. You want to bowl just better deliveries more often and not go for runs. Put in a, you know, T20, you've got to vary it up, because if you just bowl a length and they catch your length, you're just going to go to the fence. So you've got to change it up. And obviously, if you put in a short ball and someone reads it and puts it over deep square, yeah, fine. It happens. But I genuinely do think of that when I go out to bowl. I'm like, okay, this is, let's not cost my season average here. Let's not go 4 overs for 40 runs and suddenly my seasonal economy is like way worse. I don't want that. And while I'm chatting away here, chatting rubbish, New South Wales, 96 without loss. Very good. I would be very impressed if we put 100 partnership together. No, yeah, there we go. Because Tim Ward couldn't let me have it, could he? He couldn't let me have it. You just couldn't do it. Well done, Madison. That is 50 up. Well played. Good recovery from, you know, innings 1. And now you know what? You can let loose if you want to, a little bit. Because if we can rattle through a couple of runs here, you know, get ourselves a little bit of a better standing by the end of the day. Let's say we're leading by 200 and at the end of the day. We can give it a go. We can go for the win. You know, I don't... Oh, Maddison's edged it and gone. Atkins comes out. We lead by only 50 right now, so we do got to try and keep that in mind. I mean, I say that like I've gone, Atkins, mate, yeah, you are not playing again this season. Just not good enough. Really, just not good enough. I've got players in the sheds who, they deserve their chance, and they're going to get it because that is just appalling. Facing 3 deliveries, 3. Nah. That's all right. Keep going. Ooh, very wide delivery. Stepping across to that one, huh? Okay, I like the Hackney is like fully set now. But we are, we're very slow because as soon as I put like anyone on 2 bars of aggression, 3 bars of aggression, it's like they go and swing for the hills and get out. Let's see Hackney do the same right now. Oh, no, it's gone to the fence. Okay, good. That was lucky. That was just lucky. But, okay, good. Look at that. We lead by 1-2-7. We actually have a lead. So let's bat 2 sessions. Then again, you can easily get 202 sessions. Let's bat 1 session. What is the deal with these guys getting out in the 40s? Do you not want a 50? Does a 50 not mean what I think it means? Like, I feel like it's quite, it's not a big ton. It's not 200 and, you're not breaking any records, but it's a solid freaking contribution to the team. Parsons, buddy. And that's got to mean something. We've still got Trent Howells out there, so there is still a decent chance here of batting like enough time that we do secure the draw here. There's like, let's say there's like 5 hours left in the game. That's more than enough time for Victoria to go and get 100 or 160 or whatever, 170. It's more than enough time. So we've still got to play this sensibly. We've got to still kind of not go for broke and try and smack 6s and end up getting bowled out for 260 or 270 or something like that. And Trent Howells is doing a good job so far. And actually, like, whether or not we want to tell Trent Howells to just like completely hold the strike, I don't think it's necessary with Chris Green. Like, Chris Green can kind of hold himself at that other end, but it might be necessary when Dorcius comes out. Maybe. That is a lead of 194 now, I'm going to assume. Lovely, that's great. So 198, 201. Okay, past 200 runs. It's very, very unlikely that we defend 200 over 60 overs, even if they do only go at 3s. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to just keep batting this session because I feel like we're probably going to get bowled out in this session. And then it's all about us trying to bowl and take wickets. But I don't want to declare and just get pummeled. There we go. Howells is gone out, gone big, and gets out. But again, in the 40s, of course. So let's see if Green can try and hit a few more shots and get us over to maybe 300. Dorcius at the other end will try and protect him a little bit. Then again, I say that, and he goes back. Don't go back. Get forward. Get the front foot forward. Get the front foot moving. Get the head moving. Or just absolutely swipe across the line. Yeah, that works too. And believe it or not, we're actually surviving like just about relatively well here. Green actually didn't take the single there, and that's a good decision. Shot. Green's on 37 here. If Green moves into the 40s and gets out, then we know there's like a conspiracy. I'll be like, check the freaking numbers. Oh, over the fielder. 4 runs. And there's T, and we actually didn't get bowled out. I should have declared over T, but like, you know what? We'll just have a bowl at them, and you never know. Crazier things have happened. Of course, I have cost myself 10 minutes of bowling at them by doing what I've done there, by not declaring during the gap. And they don't look like they're getting involved here. So let's step up the attack a little bit. Okay, 1 down. 59 minutes to get 9 more. Dorcious, man, what is up? Huh? That's why you haven't been playing, because you just I can't rely on you to not go for runs. You can obviously see Victoria aren't even really bothering here. Obviously, they're just absolutely solid. Can't blame them. You know, lovely. Parsons takes a wicket. That's really useful. Match drawn. Fair enough. They take 2.8 because they got more runs in their first innings than we did. We take 2.23, and they also bowled us out quicker. No, they didn't. They didn't bowl us out quicker. We bowled them out quicker. Wow. But of course, we only went at like 2.5-ish run rate. So another draw for Victoria, another draw for us. But again, like, I'm actually not like overly mad about that because, you know, being honest, that first innings, like, what do you want me to do? You bowled out for 250. Like, we know there are more runs available because if the opposition puts out 3-1-7 on innings 1, but it's their first innings, but it's the second innings of the game, that means we definitely should have put on more. But 1 for Maddinson, 11 for Hackney, 18 for Howells. Even if all of those guys just get 30, we're looking at, 60 more runs. We're looking at 310. And then we're looking at just more of a chance. You know, maybe we declare earlier, maybe we take more wickets. But it is what it is. Last thing I will do is I will leave the table up for you guys. We are still certainly in with a chance, but we are going to have to win the last couple of games when they do appear. So next episode will be an opportunity for me to just like rotate and throw some players out for the One Day Cup and just see what happens. Because we're already out of that. There's no way of us qualifying. That's okay. It happens. At least we had a good big bash, got to the final, and the Shield we're still going. So as much as like I feel like a little bit these seasons are kind of like, you know, it feels like a slog. It feels like I'm not actually achieving anything. It's just a slow burn, you know. I've never really played these games under the assumption that I'm going to win every single game and that's the only way to have fun. No, 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 no. I might complain about the boys getting out and doing stupid things, but fine. It'll be even sweeter when we do get a win. I'll work for it. I hope you guys are willing to let me do that. I hope you guys are kind of willing to join the party. Yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you enjoy the series. I hope you enjoy the channel. I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. Thanks for watching. Until next time.